Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Handoff to the single running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. It's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Bell. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Monday.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Green. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
To the air, it's Manning. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
And the Beavers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He lost one down the sideline. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Beavers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The Beavers will boot it away to start the game.
Set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Vic. Going for it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Grab behind the line. It's Baxter. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires left. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
1st and 10.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dropping back, it's Vic. Makes the catch, it's Baxter. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Fields. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Got a man. It's Maryland. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. The short hands. It's Thomas. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Fresno State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
1st and 10.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the move, it's Baxter. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
After the misfire, it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hunt is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Unleashes it on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
Second down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point was good.
Oregon State, 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield, it's Vic. He's going for a big play downfield. Pulls it in down the sideline. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Got a man, it's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Fresno State right back to the line. They just keep firing. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
Got a little space.
Down at the 33. And the Fresno State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Vic. Gonna let it fly. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Now on 1st down from the 30. DB's right up on the receivers. Handoff from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Shoots it to the left. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
With the catch, it's Baxter. I think he wanted to take a shot there, and he took a shot all right and dumped the ball off to the running back.
No, there's no doubt, Reese, and he took a shot, but I think he did the right thing. I want to push the ball down the field. I want to make big play.
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That's reeled in. It's Fields. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to throw, it's Vic. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete to the left. Running free. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oregon State, 14.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half.
Fresno State, 30. Oregon State, 14.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
And your Oregon State Beavers will take over 1st and 10.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Using his feet to buy time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Just keeps slinging it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Singleton. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass, it's Vick. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Going deep. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. Found a sim on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
Coming out with it, it's Peterson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Defense in press coverage. Looking for a man. It's Vic. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for space. It's Baxter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He's going for it all. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of time before he fires right. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Vick. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll bring it out. It's Peterson. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return.
The Wildcats will take over. First and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Brings up third down.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second.
Kentucky, 7.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Vic. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Lost to throw again. With the catch, it's Thomas. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Lost to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Fields. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Still looking on the move. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Man, all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Rams can really attack on this second and short. This is a designed run. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
First down for the offense.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Brings up second down.
And the Rams can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little space. There he goes! Inside the... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Peterson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Wildcats will take over. First and 10.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Vic. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. Moves it out to the 34-yard line, a nice 15-yard gain on that one. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Touchdown, Colorado State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out. To the air, it's Vic.
he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They want to throw it. Big fella moving. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. 1st down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on 2nd.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Gets it out quickly. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the 2nd half. Who knows what will happen?
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The Rams will kick it off to start the 2nd half.
Set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the 1st.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Dropping back, it's Vic. Pressure coming. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it. Kentucky right back to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Gonna run it. It's Baxter. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I think you'll hear a little grumbling from the fan base, right? 3rd and long. I want to be aggressive. I want to throw the football. They get conservative. This offense is leading. Maybe that goes into the thought process a little bit.
Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Vic. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch, it's Baxter. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Fields. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Maryland. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gonna look downfield again. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find him.
There he goes. the move. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Vic. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under...
Makes the grab, pass to Marker. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Going right to work up top. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Rush is on him. He's open on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Vic. The throw. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for them.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. All down at the 7-yard line. Good return after the pick, and now they are in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They go to the ground. They don't knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Rams will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. To the air, it's Vic. Unloads it left. For the The Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to pass, it's Cunningham. Oh, they're after him! Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They believe they can run right here. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Beavers are threatening on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Oregon State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off the defender. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Cunningham. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it for a big play. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, going to the air. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He'll try the left side. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Beaver! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to throw, it's Cunningham. Right on the money. Nice move, create some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the a short return, but what a play to get the football back. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for room, it's Baxter. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The inside handoff. Got the first down and still on his feet. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
They'll run it on first and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quick completion on the out route. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Wants to go up top. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it all right. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
What a throw and catch, and I love that play call. When you're backed up in your own end, it's a great time to take a shot. You're expecting one-on-one coverage on the perimeter. QB found the matchup he wanted, threw it in rhythm. You just can't do it any better than that on offense.
He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
Yeah, and it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense not showing press coverage. to throw. It's Cunningham. Here's the pressure.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oregon State 14, Georgia Tech 0.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down to score.
Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Quarterback making checks. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Using the quick game. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit, keep force-feeding him the football, because he's looking really good.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Cunningham. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Cobb. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Back to pass, it's Cunningham. A strike downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? Like 4 verticals. This is a play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the pass is coming. Really smart defense.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Beavers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Green.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. At the 35, he's open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. The Beavers will kick it away first.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return.
Will take over. First and 10.
The corners are walked up tight. Going with the ground game left. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down towards the receiver is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Miller wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
The give to the tailback. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Owens. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's caught. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Running to the left. There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Runs through the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the run, it's Baxter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Beavers!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you gotta be...
Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. They're testing the right side here. Past the first down marker and still running. Bulldozes his way through. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Beavers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
At the 14-yard line. Brings up third down.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Beavers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And that is
exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. And the returner goes down.
And the Florida offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Turning it on. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Miller will go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
That's caught. It's Thomas. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Bringing the heat. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Miller wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Gators! A great catch and run for 6.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Fires left. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Beavers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Florida offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Keeps it going. Moving away from pressure. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Miller will go to the air. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get...
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Gators line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
On the direct snap, it's Owens. Hard running there. How about that defense rising? The Rams will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Manning. That's caught. It's Tate. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They want to run it left here. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Fires to the right. He's got it in, more than enough for a first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, they put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose. Touchdown Sooners. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown Rams! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the
play for the offense, and sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Baxter. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Now facing a third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man. It's Tate. Oh, what a cut! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Sooners are marching down the field. DB's right up on the receivers. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Snagged in the middle. It's Barres. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Got 3 on first down at second and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Using his legs, it's Baxter. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Oklahoma Sooners will take over. 1st and 10.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Manning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Power football with the run. Got enough space. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Get set, get set.
Looking for a crease, it's Baxter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Taking it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And right down the middle. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Got it looking for a first. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's going to throw deep right side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Pulls it in. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Terrier, Griffin. Terrier.
From the red zone, looking for a space. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
There he goes. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown Rams. He broke away from the defense. Couldn't catch him.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Oklahoma offense will go back to work. to throw. It's Manning. He's taking the shot. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch.